Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Tuesday night team call. I would, hold on one second. Okay. I don't know why it's showing it that way. I'm trying to record this so I show up, but all right. Okay, so I really want to get back to doing team calls on Tuesday night, and I know like Heather has some people lined up, and I have some things that I can talk about, but I'm sure that everybody gets tired of hearing from me all the time. So, and I don't know what you guys want to hear. So if there's a topic you guys want to hear about, let me know, or if there is a topic that you want to talk about and you want to share with, let us know. You can totally do a team call. Like there's no rules to it or anything. We are all here to share with each other, and stepping up and doing team calls and stuff like this is something that will help you grow as a leader, and it'll also give you confidence in your business. I know for me, that's when I started growing my team, is when I started stepping up and sharing with other people that weren't on my team. So just keep that in mind. There's one more day left of the month, and which means there's one more day left of that $10 off sale of those challenge packs. I did get the Diamond Insider today, and it looks like those challenge packs are going to go back up after tomorrow. So make sure you're following up with everybody. You can totally, even if you're at Success Club Zero, I know you can hit it tomorrow just with that sale. There's a few other things that are coming out that I think you guys will see either tomorrow or on Thursday. I can't remember exactly what it said in that email, but the bars are going to be released sometime in April, which is cool. I don't think there was a date on there. And then Daily Sunshine is going to be on sale next month for $99, which is awesome. And then there were those coach sample packs that I posted about in both teams, if you guys got a chance to look at that. So tonight, I want to talk to you guys about when I asked the question that I asked it in both team pages, talking about like what you struggle most with growing your network, or what are your ideas to growing your network. And it seems like you guys have a pretty good grasp on where to find people and how to add to your network. So I'm not going to get into that too much, but the questions that I were finding were like, what do I do with the people once I get them into my network? Like, what do you do now? And so I'm going to share with you guys kind of my strategy. I sat back and thought about it for a while, and I'm going to give that to you guys. If you guys have any questions, type them in the comment section. At the end, I can unmute everybody, and you guys can ask any questions you have or share any tips that you guys have also. There was something I was going to say, I forgot. But, okay, so I will just go ahead and get started. When I was looking at the questions that people were posting, the things people were saying, I was like, I don't really know how to answer some of these questions. And I kind of had to think about it for a few days and think about like what I actually do with the new people that I add and how I start talking to them and stuff. So I'm going to kind of give you guys my system. I have a few pages of notes. It might go fast. It might go a little bit slower depending if I get on a tangent. But make sure you post your comments in the or your questions in the chat section if you guys have any. Okay, so first and foremost, before we get into anything with your cold market, what I want you guys to think about is, what does your social media look like? When is the last time that you actually did like an audit on your social media? I'm not going to go into a social media training right now because that could take up the whole time, but I'm going to get a few points that I think are important. So first and foremost, when you take a look at your social media, what are you doing? Are you blasting stock photos? Because if you're adding people to your network and you're blasting stock photos and you're blasting all of this stuff that screams, I'm a Beachbody coach, people are probably not really going to want to connect with you and really want to talk to you when you're adding them, either on Instagram or Facebook. So make sure you're not doing that. Are you telling people that you can help them? For the longest time, I was posting about my workouts, I was posting about my food and my life, but nobody knew that I could help them. Nobody knew that I was running groups. So are you talking about that? Are you posting that? Do they know that they can reach out to you? Make sure that they know this. This is all important before you start building on, like, from your cold cold market. Okay, and the next thing is, are you being consistent with your posts? Like, do they know that you're going to be there every single day? Are you authentically being you? Are you not just sharing a bunch of stuff because you think it's funny? Like, there's stuff that I want to share all the time that I don't, because I know that that's not going to help my audience or new people that are coming to me. They're going to want to see things from me and know that I'm here and I'm likable and you can talk to me and you can reach out to me and all of that stuff. And then the next thing, the last question I want to ask for you, are you posting call to action? And I want to say like almost daily. It doesn't have to be a flat out like challenge group or sneak peek or coaching call to action, but like just some kind of call to action where people can respond to you or they can reach out to you. You know, did you work out today? Or, you know, have you got into my group yet? Just little things. But make sure that you're doing that a lot, because people aren't seeing every single thing that you're doing. And so don't ever feel like you're gonna feel like you're a broken record sometimes, but that's okay, because people aren't going to always see that. And you want to get that kind of like ingrained in their head that you're there to help them. If you just kind of stop posting about your groups, stop posting about your sneak peeks, and they don't really know if you're still doing that or not. Okay, so that's about all I'm going to talk about with social media. I had an idea on Fridays. I try to do the live coffee chat where we just get on and chat sometimes. It just really depends on my schedule. But if anybody wants to do like a social media audit, not that I'm like a total expert, but I could definitely take a look at your social media and say, okay, this is what you need to change, this is what you need to do. And I think I could do probably a few of those in like 30 or 40 minutes. So if anybody wants to do that, let me know, and I could do that instead of a coffee chat on Friday. But you have to, first of all, you can't get mad at me for whatever I say, and you have to implement whatever I tell you. So those are going to be my 2 rules, but I'll post about that later. Okay, so you started adding people to your network. You started adding new friends on Facebook. You have new followers on Instagram. So what do you do now? Like I said, I'm not going to go too much into how to find those people, because I feel like you guys, like when you guys were responding to my question, you kind of understood that. First and foremost, you need to drop your expectations and drop the thought of getting to an invite so quickly. I think, you know, when we bring people on, it's like, you know, you can't just have that thought of, I need to, like, how am I going to get them? How am I going to invite them? How am I going to do this? You need to genuinely be building a relationship with them. What I have found for me is it takes between 3 and 6 months of adding someone to my network for them to say yes to me. And it probably takes a couple weeks, depending on the situation, of me to actually invite them to something. So it never feels, I think this is why it was hard for me to kind of answer that question when people were asking it on that post. Because I think everybody wants it to happen right away. And honestly, it's just something that you have to build upon. And that's why you have to have your social media to where they know that you're running groups and they know that you're there to help them, so that when you do reach out, they are seeing your stuff. So what you do need to be doing with the people that you bring onto your network and you bring onto your Facebook or whatever is you need to be connecting with them. You need to be, you know, going to their page, checking out what they're about, maybe not sending them a message right away. That's okay. Like, sometimes it takes some time. But maybe you see something that they posted, and then send them a message, ask them a question about it. Ask if they do something with their kids, ask them if they're local, like, how did you like it? Or if they watched a movie, how was it? Things like that. Be genuinely interested in what the things that they are. And if your conversation ends there, that's okay. Your conversation ends there, and let it be. You know, take the time for them to get to know, like, and trust you before shooting them an invite right away. Okay, let's see here. So, and this is the reason why you need to continually, daily be growing your network and reaching out to new people, because it does take time for people to come around, and it does take time to build those relationships before you can just go ask them to be in one of your groups. Okay, so make sure that you're, you know, following up with them, checking back with them, and asking them questions. That's what I said. Now, here's when you kind of have permission to ask them or invite them. When they start liking and commenting on your stuff, if you post a fitness post and they like or comment on you, send them a message. First of all, make sure you say thank you. On my before and after pictures, I always send people a message. If they like it, I say, thank you. I just have to reach out and say thank you for liking my progress picture. Even, these are never easy to share, and I always appreciate the support. Were you thinking about joining my group? Or I'll say, are you on a health and fitness journey too? Depending on where I am with this person. Now, there are people that I send this message to many times, and I will just repeat the message. I will just say, I just have to tell you again, thank you so much for reaching out to me. I really appreciate it. And then I won't even ask them a question because we've gone back and forth with this a couple times. And sometimes they reach out and they're ready, So that's like, I feel like when they start engaging with you and they start liking and commenting on your stuff, that is your permission to invite them to something. So for me, hold on, let's see. Okay. For me, as far as like cold invites go, honestly, it's easier for me to cold invite to the business than it is to a challenge group or wellness group. And I think the reason that's probably just a fear of mine, because I had a girl, like when I was first coaching, attack me and be like, what do you think, I'm fat or something? I don't know. It was not a good situation. So I probably have a fear there of doing that. But at the same time, sometimes people's energy is so good that I'll just be like, hey, I think you would fit in great in this group. Have you ever thought of being in one of my online boot camps? And I'll just throw it out there. But I do find it easier to say, hey, I love your energy. I see that you're into health and fitness. And what I'll say is, are you a coach too? Or have you ever thought of doing what I do? And I just leave it at that. And this is really easy to do on Instagram. And I have been having a lot of really good conversations with people because they don't understand that they're already doing what we're doing and they could get paid to do it. So sometimes I ran into a girl the other day that was just like, oh, I don't want to be a part of another business. Okay, that's fine. Then you just bless and release those people. And like I said, you don't have any expectations with them. So those are a few things that I do as far as cold invites would go. Okay, so I said, make sure you're tracking and following up with these people. A few ways that I do this, well, I use Teamzy to track things, but I don't really use Teamzy to track my new connections until I'm actually in a conversation with them and really inviting them to one of my groups. But the way that I track new people and things that are different for Facebook and Instagram, and I'm going to give you guys how I kind of do that. So on Facebook, there's an option to create lists. You can create lists of different people. And what I do is I'll put my coaching prospects in a list. I'll put and if you guys don't know how to do that, I believe I have a short video somewhere that explains that. My coaching prospects in a list. I'll put I call them my wellness group prospects in a list. And what happens is when you click on that list, it'll just show you those people you have, so their newsfeed. So it makes it really easy to take a little bit of time, 5 minutes, and connect with these people. Because here's the reality of it is that if you're not a coach, you're probably not posting as much as we are most of the time. And so sometimes people aren't posting every day. And so you can go through really quickly and comment and like on their stuff, which helps with your Facebook because then they're going to see your stuff, especially if you guys are talking back and forth. So I use lists on Facebook for that. Another way I like to cold invite on Facebook is with events. I like doing events on my Facebook business page because you can boost them to an audience if you're willing to spend a little bit of money on that. And the cool thing about that is you can add yourself as, I could probably do a whole other training on events, but you can add yourself as one of the event hosts, and then you can invite your people to that. And the reason that I like the events is because it will show it's easy to re-invite people and it's easy to follow up with people because you basically have your list right there. It's all right there for you. The next thing that I like to do to build trust and stuff with people are free groups, obviously. And what's working for me right now is I'm not necessarily running a free group every single month, but when I feel like I need a little bit of boost of new people, I'll go ahead and run a free group, but I run it in the same group every single time. So, and what I found that really works for me is putting the link out there. So saying I'm running a free group, I don't know if it'd just be like a clean eating group, or even if it's like clean week. And, you know, maybe you want to, you know, jumpstart your health and fitness or your clean eating. I can't come up with a good example right now, but I'll make a post about it and I'll say, just add yourself to the group below. And I like to do this with my sneak peeks too, because a lot of people don't want to tell you that they want to be added. A lot of people don't want to comment on things, but they will add themselves. So I have this group and I have all these people in there that I connect with, and I'll run a free group in there once a month. Sometimes we do like a gratitude challenge. Sometimes it's clean eating. Sometimes it's just random stuff. But every month I can go back through that group and I can message every single one of those people and follow up with them to see if they want to join me. Okay, so with Instagram, it's a little bit different. Well, actually, it's pretty similar. I have another video that'll show you guys how to do this too. That's really short, but you can actually make lists on Instagram. Basically, you can save things to a collection. So you can make, you know, your coach prospecting list, your wellness group list, and then when you add these people to the different, they call them collections. It's kind of like saving a post. So if you find somebody that you think would be great as a coach, you can add them to that coaching collection. And then when you're doing your connections, you can just click on that and go back through and talk to them and comment, like, and message on their stuff. And you guys, this part of the connections, it doesn't take very long at all. I actually like doing it at night. It's just I guess the way my brain works, it's better for me to do it at night. Otherwise, I get distracted during the day. So I did write down a few different ways that I find new people on Instagram, because I know Instagram is a hot topic these days. But, search hashtags. Obviously, you can go like and comment on people's stuff, or anybody that you follow that, like, for instance, like, I'm obsessed with Eric Church. Most of my following knows that on Fridays I work out to Eric Church. So if Eric Church posts something, I will go and I will see who's liked it, and I will go to their page, see what they're about, see if they're about me. And one day I spent, like, I think 30 minutes on his feed, and I got 100 new followers just from going and liking and commenting and following the other people on there. And then you make the connections after that. So on Instagram, you can DM, you can ask questions. Now, here is something you really want to do if they are doing stories. If you come across somebody that's doing stories, it is really easy to start a conversation with somebody that's doing stories. Side note, if you're not doing Facebook stories, I wasn't doing Facebook stories, you guys, and you can connect your Instagram account to your Facebook. That I'm finding is, like, huge. And I don't know if it is for other people, but, and I just started a few days ago. People are really watching the stories. They like that because I think it feels easier for them to message you that way, because no one's seeing it. Like, it's just between you guys. And so if somebody is doing a story, that's a great way for you to connect with them also and ask them a question or say that's awesome or whatever, but just make that connection so that they know that you're there. Yeah, so basically spend time connecting, allow the relationship to grow authentically, and then the inviting just happens. Don't be so stressed out or, like, wanting it to happen right away when you add people, because it needs to happen, like, kind of organically, where they turn into your warm market. If you've ever been prospected by somebody else and they automatically go to you and ask you all these questions and, want to sell you something, it's uncomfortable. So you don't want to do that. And I think that the opposite from that is to connect with these people and grow the relationships. And you know what? And you can be picky about the people that you want to connect with and you want to grow relationships with. I didn't do that for a long time, and I kind of wish I would have. So that's kind of my overview of how I take somebody that's, like, from a cold market and move them to an invite. If anybody has any questions or anything else they want to add, feel free. Or if you have any tips of how you guys add people to your network, that would be good too.
Actually, the only thing I ever do like on Facebook is just from groups. And so I find like my niche groups, and I get into as many of those as I can. And then the more I communicate with the people in those groups, I am able to add them or friend request them. Now, I don't sell to them immediately. I wait quite a while actually, and I just keep communicating. I get to know them. I get to know what they do, what their family is, what their world is about. And then typically if they're interested, they'll message me from one of my posts. So that's another thing from inside Facebook. Now, inside Instagram, it's a little bit more difficult, but you just have to go down that rabbit hole of the hashtags like Kelsey was teaching us.
Yeah. I haven't used groups in a long time. I need to go back to doing that. But I think that's a great way too. And just like I said, we really just have to let them kind of come to us after we add them and not attack them right away with.
Right.
Yeah. But that is a good way.
It's a little bit more of a process. It takes more time, but it's a way.
Yeah.
I'm just used to, I've been doing this for so long, and I never really had to go to a cold market. This is the first year I've had to go to a cold market. And I can't explain that. I don't know how to say, all these people always came, but they did. And it was just, I'm in a different ballgame now. So it's like I'm starting over completely with a built business. And so it just, finding that new, audience is difficult. It's a little bit of a challenge.
I thought it was, her name's Kelsey, right? I always forget her name. The Instagram.
What?
The Instagram creator. Her name is Kelsey.
Kelsey.
Okay, so when she did her call, it was I was thinking about it, and it was kind of funny because when I first started, we would go to Facebook business pages and connect with people on there. And I was just thinking, this is exactly what we're doing on Instagram. This is what we used to do on Facebook. And that's how I grew my network, and from groups too. I don't know why I got away from groups. Sometimes they overwhelm me.
They are very overwhelming, especially the ones that actually have enough people in them to pull from. And then you have people that'll attack you, and then you have people that are selling something else, and then you have, it can get a little frustrating. Like, what do I do here? So
I have had some friends for a long time from like mommy groups and stepmom groups and things like that. Some ladies are just reaching out to me, and that's been years.
Right. Maybe. You never know. People are getting crazier and crazier every day. But, sorry, my kids are really loud. They're going to bed.
Does anybody else have any questions or anything? All right. Well, thank you guys for getting on live, and I'll post the recording as soon as it loads. But we'll see you guys in the group. Bye.